So for instance, the first image, so it could focus on the potential achievements of the astronaut at the space station. And then the second image is seeing that the photo is from the premiere, it should focus on what actresses contributions during the filming. And and a little message from our group is that we shouldn't judge on a person's appearances because it is frowned upon not only in various religious beliefs but in general as well. So keeping it short and simple, yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 6, our last group. Okay. Reflections dun sa naging sharing ng group. Appreciation, comments on how to improve yung kanilang mga revised interview prompts for Kira Knightley. Close na. May interview kasi natin siya later. So maganda prepare tayo. So meron pa tayong comments? Wala pa siya. Question before we end the session because after this closing ceremony. So this is your chance. If any. Yeah. One more session by someone from...
The additional to this group, actually, so we agreed together that in the total of what we had discussed is still coming back to the port of origin of our life, and the first person created was Adam, right? So it means, though our issue is about gender and equalization, but for us, we still agree pa rin na yung nauna pa rin talagang kinreatigan yung lalaki. So as women, we are just second. So, yun pa rin yung ano namin. Sorry talaga kasi we still coming back from the first God created the human being. So, God created first Adam and then women. So, we still back to the women is just a part of the men. That's all.
Alright, so may response from table 13.
I just want to react to the statement of we have to take note that the authors of the Bible are men. So it is natural for them to exalt men also. So the main characters of the Bible are men. So and also we have to take note that even in the history of the Philippines, the writers are mainly men. That's why men are also being exalted. But if you try to read history from the point of view of women, maybe they will also exalt women. So I'm not saying that just because we are men, we are the ones who will be praised or who will be exalted. But using the Bible to defend the priority of male over the female is not justified. Because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ comes to promote equality, not prioritizing the male over the female.
Alright. Naku, medyo matagal. Siguro, kasi it's a whole different conversation, ha? It's a whole different conversation. And let's take one.
Okay, I agree that the Bible was created by human beings, but this is inspired by the Holy Spirit, and it is proven that the Bible is right. Of course, sino ba? Holy Spirit ba yung tao? Siyempre, we need a human being to write, but inspired by the Holy Spirit. And we will still coming back from the origin of God created the heaven and the earth. He created the man first, but I didn't say to you that the man will be superior to the woman. But the thing is, we are pointing out that still we will going back to the word of origin. When God created the earth, we are in, and He created the Adam.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling that the Bible was it was inspired by the Holy Spirit, not just a human.
Alright. Yeah. One last. Hindi ko na kasi ano eh. Yeah. Let's stick to the topic. Is that related to the okay, that's related. Table 6, ma'am.
Just going back to 2023, yes po. If we can see there, I remember a lot of videos from Scarlett Johansson as well. Sorry, si Scarlett. Basta, I know, but she's also being asked of beauty products, was that, and then parang tinanong niya yung reporter, are you also gonna ask that to Chris Evans or the other parts of the Avengers? I just wanted to add more that sometimes women being successful, minsan they were like thinking that it's because of the husband. Just like Heart Evangelista and Senator Cheese Escudero. Well, the other one is successful by itself. I also have that stereotype that it's because of my partner, but it is just me. It's my hard work, despite and in spite of the stereotypes and whatever. Yes. So I think that is also the problem there, that if it's a woman who is successful, you will think of any other reason. And then aside from the mere talent, the mere credentials, or the hard work that they put through. Yan na po. Thank you.
Thank you. You have to do more now. You have to prove yourself again. Do you have further comments, Diego?
From a communications and journalism perspective, I would say that we always need to practice objectivity, which was raised this morning. We need to make sure that when we ask the question, it's a question that makes sense, it's a question that will actually bring any benefit and understanding about the topic we're offering. I think that's very important. And also making sure, of course, we don't diminish the individuals that we're expressing in our interviews. Make sure that as you plan for interviews, as you interview the individuals daily work, make sure that you are respectful again. Respect, treating people with dignity and respect. What I repeat is
Ma'am Sheila Masita, magandang araw.
Alright, siguro ako din before I give the mic to our next speaker, no, mayroon akong share sa inyo na my personal approach and the approach that I also share to others. 5 R's yung tawag ko in doing gender responsive communications, in doing feminist media. 1 is reflect. So very important to reflect on your gender biases, on unlearning the things that have been taught to us ever since we were hanggang nasa di ba may mga gender reveal ever since nung bata tayo. And then resist yung mga dominant narratives that are inculcated to us in our society, especially those that promotes gender discrimination and exploitation, marginalization, oppression, and subordination of women. Next, reclaim. Diba? Reclaim yung ating mga rights. Diba? Let's frame yung ating mga narratives by reclaiming our rights na pinagkait sa mga kababaihan. Rights over our body, our autonomy to control our lives, diba? Our destinies. And then reimagine. Diba? It's very hard to think of the alternative society when you are living in a society na yun yung status quo, na may discrimination. So it's very hard to imagine something that is not happening. So we always, creativity is a large part talaga of doing gender responsive work. And yung lastly, rising together. The gender responsive work, gender equality project, women's empowerment, would not be possible without yung organizing work, di ba? Yung working together to achieve kung ano ba yung mga gusto nating mangyari towards a better future. So yun, I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for being so participative and today is Wednesday.
And with this important reflection from Professor Tess, we move now to our next speaker, Mr. Mattia Kobak, team leader of the Event President Coordinator's Office in the Philippines. Mattia.
From Pco, now you can hear me. I'm so delighted to be here. It's 4 o'clock and the energy is still very high. So this is really amazing. I'm here to reinforce, acknowledge, and to promote. And then I just realized if I take the first letters of these words, it comes to rap. Reinforce, acknowledge, and promote. I'm not going to be rapping, but I would, really want to first thank you and give the best remarks on behalf of the United Nations. Starting with first acknowledging for this extremely important initiative from the Presidential Communications Office. I think this really needs to be applauded. It needs to be applauded because this is really at the center of what we are all together striving for here in the country. You, as representatives of the government, of the people, us on behalf of the United Nations, but also on behalf of everyone else. The gender equality is at the center of what we do, and it's not a choice. It's a precondition for us to achieve all of the developmental goals, all kind of goals that we are striving for as a society, as a global society. So talking about it, communicating about it, and through that breaking the stereotypes is at the center and way to go, really. So as I said, I'm here on this next slide. I'm here on behalf of 25 organizations, and you will see their logos very quickly when we manage to push that forward, which are all of your partners. They're all of your partners, various UN agency funds and programs, and we work together. We work together in partnership in supporting you, the government, the society, with achieving our joint goals. We work together towards sustainable development goals. We work towards preserving our planet. We work towards peace and harmony. These might all seem very high-flying things and things to say, but it is ultimately what we are here for. And again, gender equality being at the center of it, and we must never really forget it. So, coming to my next point, I'm here a little bit to promote. And what I'm promoting here is another document which is called Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework, which is a 5-year strategic plan, which is a joint plan by the United Nations system and the government. You have hopefully heard about it. It was recently signed in the presence of the President Marcos Jr. And it really sets the priorities for our joint work towards sustainable development, towards achieving Agenda 2030. And it is very, very strongly rooted in the Philippine national development priorities. Why? It is there to help attain those national development priorities. Maybe if I go to the next slide and just click it through. I'm not going to take you through it. These are sort of the priorities. It is trying to attain, but they're all known to you because they're reflected of the Philippine Development Plan in one way or another. But I think what's really important, again, I'm trying to bring this closer to the gender equality, is to attaining that there are a lot of targeted interventions in there, that some of which you have discussed, some of which you are directly contributing to through your work because of the mandate of your agency, office, department. But I think what's really key, and some of them are mentioned there, but I think what's really key, and this is when we talk about gender equality in general in the United Nations, this is what we really usually come to. That it is on our end at the center of what we stand for, and it should be at the core of everything what we do. And this brings us to this grouping here. You come from various departments, various offices. Yes, you understand the importance of communicating these things, but you know, if you sometimes talk to someone on the street, perhaps it wouldn't be very straightforward and evident why talking about gender equality, etc. But the point is that whatever you do in your role as administrators, as leaders, as servants to the society, gender equality is really something that we need to recognize, that we need to implement, that we need to do on a daily basis, weekly basis, yearly basis. It is as important what is in the strategic document as is important how you speak, how you communicate, how you relate to others. You know, I'm not going to go into that. You had more than enough time to talk about it today, but I think it's really important to recognize, particularly your role as communicators. You are leading. Through communication, you are leading, you are influencing. So perhaps I would even want to say that you might have, no, you for sure have even more responsibility than anyone else. It's difficult. We're talking about difficult topics sometimes. We're talking about stereotypes that have been there for years, decades, centuries. Those are not broken from that one day to another, but it's really important that we persist, that we really present and continue presenting the idea that this is not a choice, it's a must. It's a precondition for us to get there where we jointly want to get. With this word, I would really once again like to say thank you. Good luck. We are looking forward to continue working closely with you as a whole system in the partnership for the best of the people in the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I think there's some final remarks. One second. Final reports also on behalf of the implementation.
Ito yung ano natin. Here we go. So, mukhang mag-closing na rin sa topic. So, topic today is gender responsive strategy communication. November 22, 2023. So, na tayo sa Marco Polo Articles.
We will wait for a couple of minutes with the secretaries, and then we will continue with the final closing remarks. Maybe we'll finish. We'll have a group photo. Stay around.
Hi, Ma'am Sheila.
Let's wait for a couple of minutes.
Tsaka Ma'am Lily Regas ng magandang araw. Front Curtis. Hindi ko po alam kung totoo or ano kasi chismis.
To share some action points and deliver today's closing remarks, please welcome Emerald and our Regional Undersecretary for Digital Media Services and Chairperson of PCO Gender and Development Focal Point System.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm going to make this very quick. I know that most of you are probably hungry. Before I begin the closing, I just want to see who I'm talking to here. Can I get a show of hands if you're a communicator for the government? Fantastic, double hands even. If you are a communicator outside of the government, perhaps in the private sector. Thank you very much. An advocate for gender equality, gender responsiveness. And can I see a show of hands if you are a parent? I see that we have gathered the right people here today. First of all, I want to thank our speakers, Professor Trisha, Professor Marites, Ms. Trisha, Sir Diego, Sir Matia, It is really the PCO's honor to co-host such an important workshop, not only because of the steps that this administration is trying to make our communications gender responsive, but also because of the vision that we have, that the President himself carries for a more equal Philippines. And I want everybody in the room to know that today is only the first of many. The next thing I want to acknowledge are the men in the room. As somebody who has been a staunch advocate of empowerment, sometimes against the grain and sometimes at the cost of friendships, it means a lot to me to see not only that men are participating in a workshop that allows them to use more gender fair language, but that they're up here talking about how to make changes, talking about the changes they would make if they were the editors, if they were the writers, if they were the people in power of this language. And lastly, I wanted to address all the women in the room. I think all of us here know the plight of what it is to be diminished, to be silenced, to be referred to in ways that we would really rather not. And I want you to know that collectively, what we are doing here today will shape the future that we want for the children that we have. I very much look forward to the time where my own daughter will not have to feel the way that we have felt, will not have to be taught how to speak, dress, or carry herself, but rather know that the society that she is in and the people who are with her support her, much in the very same way that we support each other here. But also to the women here, I want you to know that gender-responsive language is not just something that we can workshop into yourselves. This language begins inside of you. It begins in the way that you talk to yourself and about yourself. I hope that you take what you learned here today and you turn that into action that becomes part of the everyday way that you communicate to each other, to other women, and about women. I hope that you find the strength to create change in your homes, in your communities, especially if you are amongst a more traditional crowd that is perhaps resistant to the change that we are trying to make in this room today. And I hope to see the change that we're trying to effect here snowball into a much larger, visible, tangible change, where the headlines actually reflect the equality we're fighting for. Where we're no longer talking about how we could change the headlines, but that naturally the women are the headlines. So again, I want to thank you all for coming here today. It means so very much to us at the PCO because we were really not expecting all of the seats to be sold out, to be so full, but more importantly, the passion, the energy, and the discussion that we have had here today is so very inspiring. It's inspiring to know that we have so many people, both in the government and outside of that, who are on board with the same advocacy. And I truly hope to see you in the workshops that follow. Thank you very much again for your participation.
Thank you very much, Music Emerald. We'd like to request you to stay on stage as you are joined by our partners, resource speakers, and facilitators for a photo op. So we'd like to call on Tricia Albay, Assistant Professor Tess Cruz, Diego de la Rosa, and Mataya Kovac to go up on stage. Thank you so much.
Yes po, ma'am. Makulog ka na. Pinagtripan ka na. Natago mo na. Wala, basta sa niya, basta sa niya.
Yes, yes, that's right. So, in the spirit of inclusivity, we'd like to capture this moment with everyone here on this ballroom. So, we'd like to request our rock stars to go downstage to be on the floor for the bigger photo op. Or did you want to come in front? Okay, so yeah, let's just fit in front of them now.
By table, maganda yun. Kumusta po kayo, Ma'am Lily Ragasa? Magandang araw. How are you today po?
Hopefully everyone will fit.
Ma'am Sheila Masida,
Let's
magandang
just squeeze
araw.
in.
Sir Brands
Yeah, everybody in
Fortis,
front,
magandang
please.
araw. Hindi ko kasi
Join
alam,
our
wala
rock
akong
stars.
balita.
Actually, you're all rock stars, so please come up on stage. I will come up in front.
Picture tayo.
Send mo sa punto, sir. Kasama po kami, sir.
Hi, can we please have all of the participants up in front? We're gonna do a massive group photo. The photographer will be on top of the stage. And then can we have our friends from UN Women down here, compressed. If you are outside the podium, you will not be seen in the shot. So please come center. Please come center. And if you're outside where I'm standing on this side, you will not be seen. So please come center. Yes, compressed. We're all friends here. Thank you. And then can we please have the first two rows kind of come down, like maybe kneeling a little bit? Perfect. Sorry. Thank you, friends. Let's do layers, folks. Okay, here we go. Again, if you're outside the podium, hindi na po kayo makikita. Feel free, for those who are in the back, to, yes, find your windows. Perfect. Go ahead. Can we check it? Okay. Don't move. We're gonna take what's called a Gen Z selfie. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's where we put the camera on the 0.5 zoom out, and then we hope that we get everybody in the shot. Let me just take a test. Okay. For the record, I have no idea if we're all in here.
So thank you very much, everybody. Before you leave today, make sure that you have signed the registration sheets at the entrance, making sure you include your email addresses to enable us to send your e-certificates of attendance. Or you can also email sarah.larse@pco.gov.ph. And with that, we now conclude today's workshop on gender responsive strategic communications. On behalf of the Presidential Communications Office and UN Women, thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.
Ingat, Sek.
Sige, mama. Thank you. Pagkawan, babalik na ako kayo. Si Irene nga pala. Yan ang dalawa kami.
Vlogger po sa Tugol po. Nag-apply ako dito eh. Para sa mga vloggers namin eh. Para mag-support sa DSWD. Itong over.
Hinintay lang namin yung approval eh. May guidelines na nga.
Sabi ko, sir kasi yung mga vlogger natin, kasi medyo quarantine po kasi medyo sa page po ninyo. Okay na po kaya lang gusto kasi yung mga masa, yung nasa outside po na may nakita po nila yung activity na live, nakikita po nila yung nangyayari. Opo. Kasi iba po siya pinakikita po ninyo sa yung ginawa po ninyo na program. Okay po yun, kaya lang yung kaya yung activity ko yung automatic po nakikita nila live na galing. Alam niya may mga yes po.
Thank you, mama. Bye-bye.
Ingat po, ingat po.
Kasi ano, sa YouTube yun. Yung nakalit mo.
Hi, Mami! Shout out pala kay Mami. Mami, kumusta na yung feelings from Switzerland? Nandito ka, nakasama ka sa activity ng government or yung mga katulad dito, Gender Responsive Strategic Communication. Ano yung masabi mo doon?
Ay naku, sunod-sunod ang aking mga schedule dito. Masyado marami at nakakapulit, nakakapagod, no? Pero
Kasi dati, di ba, nanonood ka lang sa mga live sa mga vlog. Ngayon, dahil may komunikasyon ka sa mga vloggers.
Grabe vloggers nga, tsaka yung mga politics dito, grabe, yung mga agents.
Kaya si Mother, mga kabayan, siya po ay isang OFW immigrant sa Switzerland. So ngayon, nandito na siya sa Pilipinas, nag-vacation, at at the same time, nakakasama sa mga activity namin na pwede naman katulad namin mga tawag nito, yung wala sa government pero patuloy na sumusuporta sa administrasyon. Kaya isa rin si Ma'am na inimbitahan din namin dito para makiisa at mag-enjoy habang nagbabakasyon siya. Gulat si Mami. Habang nasa Pilipinas siya nagbabakasyon, nag-enjoy kami rito. Di ba, Mami, masaya? Tuloy ang suporta kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos dahil sa dami ng proyekto na nakikita natin at patuloy, no, huwag hayaan matakwa ng kasinungaling sa social media. Huwag puro
Fake
negative.
news, mga fake news na yan. Okay?
More on positive. Anong masayo ma'am sa kanila? Yung mga OFWs natin dyan.
Kaya kayo, lagi kayong mag-abang ng ating mga news, latest, yan, mga yan. Okay? Tapos, at ang bagong gagawin ng ating president.
Yan, ang galing ng isang OFW, mga kabayan na ilang taon ka na din nakauwi? Last year nakauwi ka?
Nakauwi ako, may yung pandemic lang hindi nakauwi.
Yung pandemic
Four-
lang.
four
Kasi
years na yun.
na po siya, immigrants na po siya doon sa Switzerland. Pero ang puso niya pa rin ay Pilipino. Patuloy na sumusuporta sa ating mga kababayan patungo sa pag-unlad at nakamonitor sa mga pagbabago at sa Bisaya, Kalambuan. Anong probinsya mo mami ulit?
Iloilo.
Ilongga si nanay. Ganda mo na kwarta ginapi ko ginapalaman.
Puro pala na lang. Wala na makuha. Sige, bye everyone.
Maraming salamat.
Bye-bye.
Nanay, pangalan mo ulit sa Facebook.
Carmelita Aiten.
Yan, Carmelita Aitin. Yung Aitin, nakapag-asawa ba?
Aitin.
Aitin. Sa
Oh,
ibang
Swiss,
bansa na,
oo.
di ba? Swiss. So, Aitin pala yung apelido ng special someone ni Ma'am. Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Ingat po lahat mga kabayan na God bless at muli. Patuloy po tayo na supportahan natin yung mga content creators, at the same time, siyempre yung mga nagbablog sa mga governments, more on positive, more on hirap yung muko. Sakit ng linggo kakasayaw kahapon. So maraming po salamat. Mag-ingat po kayo lahat mga kabayan. Tuloy suporta kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at shout out kay Miss Marta Mundong sa lungsod ng Maynila, District 5. Tuloy ang suporta rin sa ating mga senior. Benepisyo ay makakamtan. Maraming po salamat. Kukuha lang ako ng giveaway. Meron palang giveaway. Pakita ko sa inyo saglit lang. Kukuha tayo ng giveaway. So yung giveaway dito, so ito.
Lagi yung vlog.
Parang, but may mga sticker ng babae doon po. Ba't na babae? So ito, it's 2024 essential book. So, blanco to, no? So ito yung essential, ito yung mga record ng activity mo this coming 2024 kung ano yun. Kuha ka na mami ng ano mo sa ano. Okay. Sige, punta ka. So yung 2024 essential, ito yung record activity mo sa next year. At isusulat mo dito kung ano ba yung parang diary. Tsaka yung mga schedule. So yung mga planner, so dito, hindi naman siya as in diary kasi nga maliliit lang, I'm sure maliliit lang yung square nito. Pero siguro magagamit to kung lalo na yung mga mahilig. Pero sa ngayon kasi more on modern, gamit yung cellphone. So, grabe, active yung cellphone. Yun nga lang, hindi siya na-isisave. So, tapos meron din silang pa-sticker kasi ang topic kasi dito is gender. So priority ang topic ng mga kababaihan. So kaya nakikita ko puro mga babae yung mga sticker dito ha. So maraming salamat at mag-ingat po kayong nandyan sa comment section. At sa lahat po ng ating mga kabayan, pasensya nyo na, bira lang tayo nakakapag-vlog sa ngayon. Pero unti-unti, sisipagan natin. Kasi talagang busy rin ako sa pamamasali. Kailangan natin kumayod, lalo na may ginagatas tayo. So maraming po salamat mga kabayan na God bless po. Maraming salamat po Ma'am Sheila. Magandang araw.